Yes, we are live. If I get that off the screen. Oh, wow, what a start that is. How are we all doing? Welcome back to Wrest News 365. Hope everyone is doing very well. We're back for another SmackDown watch-along. It's Friday Night SmackDown from London, England. Yes, it's time for some English crowds this evening. The show is going to be starting in about 15 minutes from the O2 in London, England. And it's going to be a big show, 3 hours long. Not too much announced just yet. It must be said. What we have got announced, we've got graphics for it, as of course, anything else can and will happen during the show, and we'll react to it live. Because people already in the chat, Joe Blackman's here, says, show some appreciation for Owen. Drop a like and subscribe if you're new. Big up Joe Blackman. Steffi Jenks is in there, says, here we go. Terry's in the chat, one of our members of the WN365 roster, says, here, Owen. Big up, Terry. Appreciate you joining me. I tell you what, I missed you guys live. I mean, we didn't get the chance to do it on Monday because I was just at I was just at the SJA Awards on Monday, so we couldn't do the Raw watch along. But we'll be doing a SmackDown watch along this evening, followed by a post show. Monday we'll be doing the same because Raw is from London, England, so we're going to be doing a Raw watch along and a post show. And of course, we're getting closer and closer and closer and closer to WrestleMania already. So this is going to be very exciting stuff. We're going to be doing lots of watch alongs, lots of post shows, of course, news videos daily. In addition to that, of course, we've got the countdown videos, which people have been really enjoying recently. So now is the best time to subscribe if you haven't already. As people come through the door, let's see if we can get to a quick 50 odd likes. We're already at close to 20. Which is fantastic. Andrew says, when is Paul going to turn on Punk and Reigns and join Rollins? I've seen that theory, Andrew. I've seen that theory out there suggesting that some people think that's going to happen. I mean, there's all this talk about, is Paul going to be with Roman? Is he going to be with Punk? And some are saying, why maybe you just go with Rollins? I guess it's possible. I'm not sure. I think that's the option I would like the least. But hey, anything's possible. Look who's in the chat. The Menace, that is just Josh. I built myself up to it too much. The Menace, that is just Josh Media, Graphics Guru, Visual Ninja. There you go in the chats. You know, I've had a Red Bull. You know, I had a Red Bull. Steffi Jakes is in there as well. Yes, as I mentioned, there are things that have already been announced for the show. For a 3-hour show, only a couple of things have actually been confirmed at the moment. What that is, I can show you indeed what's been confirmed for the show thus far. The answer is, as I said, not a lot. We've got United States Championship action on the line this evening. We've got LA Knight defending against Braun Strowman. Of course, this comes after Strowman winning a number one contenders match. I say winning. This is when Jacob Fatu got disqualified, of course, and Jacob Fatu wasn't happy because, of course, the new Bloodline, they got involved and they cost Jacob Fatu the match. Therefore, Braun Strowman is the number one contender. Don't see, obviously, LA Knight losing the championship here. I could see, once again, to be honest with you, the new Bloodline getting involved. They've got to try and, I suppose, make it up to Jacob Fatu. And clearly they're going to use the United States Championship as some way to either get to Fatu versus Solo Sikoa, or maybe we'll have a four-way, something like that at WrestleMania, perhaps. LA Knight, Strowman, Jacob Fatu, Solo Sikoa. Perhaps they might go in that direction. We're not going to get a new champion this evening, but I think we could get some new Bloodline, if they're even called that anymore, interference. Next up, we have the WWE Tag Team Championships. They're on the line as new champions. The Street Profits defend against Pretty Deadly, becoming the number one contenders a few weeks ago. That was in Spain, wasn't it? In Barcelona, in Spain. They become the number one contenders. It might have even been before that. I forget whenever it was. Street Profits, of course, won the tag team titles. They won it in Spain. It was Pretty Deadly before that. It was before that, wasn't it? The Street Profits won the tag team titles. Either or. They're kind of all blurring into one here, aren't they? Tag team titles are on the line. Street Profits aren't going to lose. They're not going to lose the titles. They only just won them. There's a lot of moving parts when it comes to the tag team championships at the moment on SmackDown. You've got the Motor City Machine Guns involved in it. You've got Pretty Deadly. There's rumors possibly about a multi-man match at WrestleMania, maybe even a ladder match, perhaps. Got DIY involved in it too. So Pretty Deadly. I mean, it's mainly because Pretty Deadly are English. It's in England. they've got a tag team title match, but they're not going to win the titles. We're not going to get title changes. I don't think. But you never know. I suppose if there has been a championship, they have kind of hot shotted and hot potato. It has been the WWE Tag Team Championships, isn't it? You know, whether it's the Machine Guns or DIY, you know, they haven't really held them for that long, so anything's possible. But with the Street Profits, they've kind of just undergone a bit of a revamp at the moment, haven't they? With their new music. I mean, the biggest takeaway whenever you watch them is, oh my God, Montez Ford is such a superstar. When is he going to become a singles? But yes, I don't think that we're going to see a title change in this one. But again, you never know. And of course, we've got the big contract signing. Yes, this is what everyone's come here for once again. The contract signing for WrestleMania for the triple threat match at WrestleMania that was confirmed after SmackDown went off the air last week, where Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins all brawled in a bit of an underwhelming segment, it must be said, and a bit of an underwhelming show. It must be said too. They all pointed to the sign, which means it's official. It later came out as official. It is going to be Roman Reigns versus CM Punk versus Seth Rollins at WrestleMania 41. Maybe the main event of night one. Could be the main event of night one. That spot certainly does seem up for grabs. Maybe Punk will get his main event. Maybe that will be the favor, because as of yet, we still don't know what that favor is that CM Punk is going to ask of Paul Heyman. He has yet to cash the favor in that he secured last year by teaming with Roman Reigns and the rest of the OG Bloodline at Survivor Series War Games. So maybe the favor will be, I have to main event WrestleMania. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I need to do. So maybe it'll be the main event of night one. Don't know. But we'll get physicality because it's a WWE contract signing. There is always physicality in these contract signings, isn't it? So we'll get that. We'll get that this evening. And then, of course, like I said, it's a 3-hour show. So because it's a 3-hour show, there will be a lot more that's going to be happening involved in that. This is a very strange build to WrestleMania, I would say. And I'd like to know what you guys think in the chat. It's been a very strange build to WrestleMania. Obviously, there's been a chatter about SmackDown not being an amazing show since it moved to 3 hours. So beginning of the year, we're sort of 3 or 4 months in now of SmackDown not being the most amazing show. Raw on Netflix is the better show. It's not amazing all the time. And for me, I'm going into this sort of WrestleMania home stretch here going, it's a one match, one feud weekend for me. It's not to say that I think both nights will be good. There'll be good matches, but it's really the momentum and the thing I think everyone really wants to see is and is sort of looking forward to. It's the Cody Cena stuff, which is largely, you know, John Cena's heel turn is fantastic and his promos are fantastic. Outside of that, maybe it's just me. It just doesn't feel WrestleMania-y. You know what I mean? Just doesn't feel like, oh my God. It just feels that that's the only match. I'm like, oh, I mean, this triple threat match, obviously it's huge star power in it. Roman Reigns and Punk and Rollins. But, you know, Punk and Rollins have been feuding for the best part of a year on and off. And we've seen the match a couple of times now. Obviously, Punk's been doing the thing with Roman on and off too since Survivor Series. The Rollins and Reigns one. Okay, obviously there's a lot of history there, but it just is a bit. I don't, you know what I mean? There's just I can't really explain it very well, but it's I want to say underwhelming. Just feels like there's something missing. I just don't have that WrestleMania buzz. And I do feel like a couple of the shows recently, they've been fortunate. They've been in front of a European crowd in the sense that, like last week, for instance. You know, but I saw a report suggesting that maybe the crowd in Bologna wasn't as red hot as the crowd in, say, Barcelona, Spain was, but you know, they're still very happy with it. And I was thinking, well, you didn't really give them that much of an amazing show for 3 hours. There was a lot of filler in that one. Was it last week when Piper Niven and Zelina Vega went for like 15 minutes? I mean, good for them for getting time, but it was just flat. You know, just very, very flat. So, yeah, it's just a bit, you know, a bit flat. And to be honest, I'm not necessarily expecting that to change this evening. Maybe as we get within, you know, a week or two of WrestleMania, maybe that will change. I don't know, but it has been a bit flat recently. But we'll see as we get closer to WrestleMania week, perhaps. What are people saying here in the chat? Red Devils 99, one of the members of the WN365 roster. You can join the WN365 roster by clicking the join button. It's also linked in the video description. Get your badges, your emojis, and your exclusive members-only content. I've been a busy boy this week because I've got all of my consoles back to the left of me here. I've got my PS5, I've got my Xbox 360, I've got my PS2, which means gaming is returning exclusive for members. Yes, gaming is returning exclusively for members. So we're going to be playing, I don't know where to start. I might start with WCW Mayhem. I've got it for the PS1. I might start with that one. But that's going to be coming to exclusive for members. So if you want to see me get very angry at these games and remember that I wasn't maybe as good as I thought I was, that's going to be exclusively for members. Very exciting stuff. What are people saying here? KJ says, especially after the whole Netflix new era, disappointing and confusing storylines. There does seem a little bit, doesn't there, of sort of winging it. You know, for a lot of praise of long-term creative, which under Triple H stewardship of WWE, they've been very good at telling long-form stories. There does seem to be this year a bit of a sort of, there's a lot of patchwork and a lot of moving things around at the last minute and deciding to go in different directions. And I know that they'll stress, oh, this was always the plan all along, but you kind of have to call bullshit, don't you? And go, I don't think so. I don't think so. Will says the Cody Cena build hasn't been the best. It's been 6 weeks and still haven't heard how The Rock plays into the Cena turn. Well, that's probably the biggest criticism of it, isn't it? That's the biggest criticism that I've seen a lot of people say is, you know, with that initial segment with The Rock and Cody, the criticism then, wasn't it, of this is a bit weird and cryptic. That was the criticism of that, you know, I want your soul, when The Rock did that sort of rambling 25 minute promo. And I want your soul. And he turned babyface and heel like 10 times in the space of that promo. But it was under the impression of, well, look, we'll give it time. We'll see how this plays out. We'll see where it goes and kind of then make that judgment there. Because things can be cryptic initially, but they can make sense in retrospect. And obviously when Cena then did turn heel at Elimination Chamber, rightfully so, huge coverage, obviously because it was Cena, but the execution of it and no one really saw it coming and blah, blah, blah. Fantastic. And like you said, the last 2 promos that Cena has done, whilst they've been great, and it's just really refreshing to see Cena be that heel and really embrace it, there's the other part of it where, like you're saying, Will, people are looking at it going, well, from a story point of view here, there are still a lot of questions that are yet to be answered that don't, again, make a lot of sense. Now, whether that's because initially they had, you know, other stuff planned with The Rock and then he couldn't do it, unless it was The Rock, it was only just to kick off this Cena thing, and he's just going to be there at WrestleMania. I don't know. Like I don't know. Like you said, we'll have to see how that does indeed play out. But there are, I think, right criticisms of that. But I think it is also at the same time the best thing, I think, going into this WrestleMania. There's no doubt about that. Dwayne says SmackDown starts soon. SmackDown will be starting, according to my Netflix stream, in 50 seconds time. We'll be getting SmackDown going live. Red Devils 99 says, can you do a 1v1 versus KG now that he bought the game? I think KG will suck. That's on 2K25. Indeed, we can. I don't have it yet, but obviously I can just get it and download it. We can play against each other. That should be a lot of fun. I think, how would we do that? I might do a thing where that is live for everyone. Then we change it for members a bit later on. Maybe we'll do something like that. I think that would be fun. And Red Devils 99 also says it's more like Cena versus the fans. Cody and Rock are just there. It's very much centered around Cena, isn't it? And what I do like is that if it was just Cena's going to retire at WrestleMania, it would be very obvious that Cody was going to win. But I do like the idea of we don't really know where it's going to go. I mean, I think Cena wins and goes on a bit of a run. But I'm looking forward to that, it must be said. Right, this event is set to start soon, which means I'll pump up my sound. I like to be immersed in it all. If you haven't already, click the like button. We're at 36 likes. See if we can get to 50. That's 14 likes away. We've got 70 people watching. So if you haven't already, click that like button. Let's get to a quick 50. And also be sure to subscribe. We're less, by the way, we are less less than 400 subscribers to go until 20,000, which would be amazing. So if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. Really enjoying these live streams at the moment here. Now, forever. It took a while to get to forever, didn't it? Dun, 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 dun. It's like you're watching it, basically, with that kind of level of impressionistic work. And there they are in London. Neil Warnock settings. We're in London, aren't we? As they're showing footage of the River Thames. And Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. 22 days away. I'll be live for both nights. I'm going to basically not sleep that weekend. It's going to be brutal. And I think I'll have time to do a stand and deliver watch along as well on the Saturday. So Saturday we'll have news videos, stand and deliver, WrestleMania Night 1 watch along, WrestleMania Night 1 post show. Next day I'll be doing United View. Then we'll be doing Night 2 watch along, Night 2 post show, Raw after WrestleMania watch along, and then post show. Well, Seth Rollins is greeted by security. It's a contract signing later on this evening. There's Charlotte Flair. Apparently, she's only wearing a suit jacket here. And she's facing Michin Mia Yim. And she's side by side with B-Fab this evening. There's LA Knight, the United States champion. Of course, he's defending his championship against Braun Strowman. Gets one big SOB. And we're 8 likes away from 50 likes. If you haven't already clicked the like button, we can get to 50 quick. And there is the American Nightmare, the undisputed WWE champion, walking backstage. He's doing the weird Cody smile, which is when he does the... Well, we're not going to have to wait long. Here comes the American Nightmare, straight through Gorilla. Straight through Gorilla, straight through the smoke. And he's about to enter the O2. God, you really can't see, can you? Where'd he go? He disappeared. He disappeared. Turn the camera around. There he is. Kaboom. It was a pretty cool camera shot, wasn't it? WWE loved the walk through Gorilla camera shot. Sure, we're going to get a big whoa from the O2 in London. Because, of course. Followed by lots of pyro. As Kevin Owens said, Cody Rhodes selfish. He wastes the entire pyro budget on himself. We've got a new ring announcer as well for SmackDown. He's done ring announcing for Top Rank Boxing. So the days of Lillian Garcia on SmackDown are over. She's going to be doing Saturday night's main event and other occasional shows. So you've got Alicia Taylor on Raw, Mike Rome on NXT, and I forget his name. I did the news story this morning. Coutinho says, what's up, Owen? Finally, Seth Rollins dressed sensible and smart for once. Well, we'll see, because there's still time to change, isn't there? Still very much time to change. Another woe, and more pyro, because of course. Is in capacity, isn't it, inside the O2? I saw someone sort of say that this. Oh, look at that graphic! Undisputed Championship: Cody Rhodes versus John Cena. It'll be interesting to see what the coach star has to say. Cody Rhodes kisses the canvas, kisses the WWE logo. See, I would love if they did. You remember last year on Raw, where it was in Chicago, and everyone was like, right, The Rock's going to be here in Brooklyn next week. And then he showed up in Chicago. And obviously, that's the night where, look at you now, and he bloodied up Cody in the rain. I would love if we got something similar this evening. I would love if we got something similar that was like, no one thinks Cena's going to be there, but he is. As Cody gets the Cody Rhodes chance. But they're wearing, look at them serenading him with Cena shirts on. Hypocrite. Fickle. People like you make it too easy for John Cena. How dare ye? It's very popular, isn't he? Very popular inside DO2. Chris says, in my opinion, I think Cena wins, beating Flair's record, holds it to the end of the year, and retires still as the champion. That'll be WWE's gift to Cena. Look at that sign. The feeling section. Is that just Josh Media in the crowd? Graphics Guru Visual Ninja. The feeling section shirt. Cody seems in a good mood, doesn't he? What do you want to talk about, he asks. Well, how long have you got, Cody? That's the question. Crowd are shouting, Cena sucks. Is he going to get to the real John Cena at WrestleMania? Or is he going to get the whiny bitch that he's talking about? Says, I don't want this version of John Cena. Maybe it'll be a different version. Although Cena, of course, he's not going to give you what you want, Cody. He's already said that. Chance of let's go Cena. Cena sucks. Cody looking at the crowd. He's going, oh. That's what I mean. But this feud, it's the John Cena feud, isn't it? I don't even know if it feels like John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. As someone said earlier on, it feels like John Cena versus the fans. Cody still getting large. Cody Rhodes chance. Looks like he's going to cry, didn't he, Cody? We're 5 likes away from 50 likes. If you haven't already, click the like button. Cody smiles. At WrestleMania 41, he's going to be facing John Cena. Big boos. He's going to be facing John Cena. More boos. He goes to break the record and win 17. In just a few nights, he'll be standing face to face in the same city, in the same arena. Raw Monday. We'll be live for it. Oh, here comes the Viper. I wonder what Randy Orton's going to have to say. Heck of a promo for Cody Rhodes. He only had to say about 10 words, didn't he? Yeah, he had to get about a sentence out. course, he's set to face Kevin Owens at WrestleMania. That match confirmed last week. Listen to the O2 sing-along. They truly are the voices inside Randy Orton's head. It's not his theme song. It's the crowd. Look at him. He's got a Cody Rhodes phone case. I mean, it's lucky that SmackDown is a 3-hour show because the first hour is mainly Randy Orton walking to the ring. I mean, because so far we're, 11 minutes into the show. Cody's maybe said about 10 words. 10 words, and Randy Orton's now doing the it's almost like the Undertaker entrance, isn't it? The slow walk out. He's earned it. As Orton takes his time. Of course he does. Because he's even wiping stuff off the steel steps as well. Is this going to be planting the seeds for Orton versus Rhodes at SummerSlam, perhaps? SmackDown after WrestleMania, Raw after WrestleMania. Randy Orton says thank you to the fans inside the O2. Once again, the feeling section signs up very high. Just Rush Media being represented clearly. Music stops. The singing hasn't. Look at that. Look, they've even got people in the crowd doing the pose. With chants of Randy. Not for Orton. They're just in one of those moods, if you know what I mean. Orton says he's not the sentimental type. What's Randy Orton going to say? Chance of RKO. Look at you. No, told you. Look at you. Look at you now. It's like The Rock all over again. Look at you now. Look at you now. Orton says, look where you came from. And we're going to get Cody Rhodes chance again. This opening segment's fully going to go about 25 minutes, maybe half an hour. There is no joke. Because they can barely get a sentence out. He says he remembers Cody Rhodes just breaking into the business. He wasn't exactly happy, Cody, when he first broke in. He was frustrated. He needed to grow. He wasn't treated fairly in a WWE locker room, so he left. Took balls to leave the company and do what you did. Cody looks like he's going to cry. It changed the business single-handedly. He makes a good point here, Randy Orton. This was I saw someone mention this on social media. I mean, Cody Rhodes is literally going to cry. Is that Cody Rhodes return at WrestleMania 38 in 2022? That is like an early turning point, isn't it? It's like an early turning point for WWE. I mean, obviously the big one is Vince McMahon leaving. Crowd going crazy again. Cody, stop crying now. Randy Orton says, "Do you remember when this man faced faced Seth Rollins, inside Hell in a Cell?" With his torn pec. He says, "You must have persevered. Least for you. We're 3 likes away from 50 likes. If you haven't already." Talks about beating Roman Reigns in the main event, finishing the story. There's always another story, isn't there? He's right in the middle of another story. He's in charge of his legacy. He's taking control of his legacy. Says it's 99.9% because of Cody. Why business is up, ticket sales are up, interest is up. Randy Orton heavily putting over Cody Rhodes here. And the crowd once again continuing to chant Cody, Cody Rhodes. As Ridwan says there in the chat, the fans are on fire tonight. Yes, they are. He says he respects him, he loves him, and he is proud of him. But now it's time for WrestleMania. Crowd chanting RKO. Randy Orton actually gets a chant. He says he can guarantee him. He's going to kick Kevin Owens so hard in the head. You can feel it. We hit 50 likes, by the way, guys, which is fantastic. Appreciate all members of the WN365 community. He's going to beat the holy hell out of John Cena up and down the Vegas Strip. Wondering where this promo segment is going. Oh, there you go. That's where it's going. Says Cena wants to go after 17. I'm going to want to go after 15. He says he's not going to kick you in the balls like some coward. He says he's going to tell him that he's coming for this. Planting the seeds, laying the foundation. Uh-oh. Well, maybe whilst he's laying the foundation for number 15, we've got an interruption from the Scottish Warrior. There he is. Of course, Drew's got history with Randy whilst he was the WWE champion during the pandemic. It was Randy Orton who defeated him. Then Drew defeated Randy Orton to become a 2-time WWE champion. They're on opposite sides now, aren't they? Drew's the heel, Randy's the babyface. Crowd, as one would expect, serenading Drew. Couple of Nepo babies having a love fest in the middle of the ring. Makes him sick. And the crowd cheer. Wait, I thought you were just cheering them. If Cody gets through Cena at WrestleMania, you're going to go for that title, Randy? Exactly. What have you done? You've only been on the show for months and months. Crowd chanting for CM Punk. Said everyone should have listened to him about John Cena, but they didn't. But the next night, kicked him in the twig and berries. Says the main event should be Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre, the UK's only world champion. Just called him Timu Undertaker, Damian Priest. How dare you, Drew? Crowd once again chanting for McIntyre. It's not going to be you, Randy, that takes the title from Cody. It's going to be Drew. Randy Orton just told him to cut the BS. He said all he ever does is tell the truth. KO might actually have a point. They probably know what he's thinking right now. Those voices in Randy Orton's head. Randy looks great. Does look jacked. On the outside. On the inside, that back is hanging by a thread. Of course, he had lower back spinal fusion surgery. Crowd chants RKO. Oh! Oh! He went for an RKO. And Drew McIntyre got out of there. Nothing like the babyface champion for a cheap shot. I mean, so I would assume we're getting Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton tonight, probably, from that opening promo segment. Maybe. Now, 2 weeks into their reign of the Tag Team Championship, the Street Profits, they're going to put their titles on the line very shortly. What did we all make of that? What did we all make of that opening segment? I mean, again, maybe I'm a bit hypercritical at the moment, but that just sort of felt a bit random, didn't it? You know, just sort of felt a bit like, okay, I guess look, it probably serves a purpose. I think we're probably going to get Drew versus Randy Orton later on this evening. It was okay. It was okay. Yeah. And also as well, when babyface champions do like pot shots or whatever, I'm always like, you know. But what did we all think about it? Red Devils 99 says, where's Bronson Reed coming back? Sometime after WrestleMania, maybe like May. May, June, I think that sort of period of time. We're at commercial at the moment with the commercial song. Chris says it's a bit random. Like they've got no idea what to do with Cena not there. I mean, it's a difficult one. Obviously, everything can't be totally storyline progression. Sometimes it is what it is with that. But yeah, it was just a bit like, okay, like Randy Orton's promo was, I'm proud of you, but I'm gonna, eventually I'm gonna want to get 15. Cool, planting the seeds for the future. I get that. Drew comes out and sort of says, no, it's gonna be me, and then they get a bit physical, and it probably leads to a match later on. But did that need to take 25 minutes to do that? But this is also when you've got a 3-hour show. I mentioned this in the post show last week. When you've got a 3-hour show, it's exactly the same like it was with Raw for over a decade, which you've got a 3-hour show. It's not even necessarily about putting on a good show. It's about filling time. That's what it's about. It's about, we've got 3 hours to fill. Don't rush. Take your time with everything. If the crowd are into it and the crowd are loud, wait, because we're more than happy to take that time, because we haven't got loads to do. We'll just take time. It's not a problem at all. So I think that's it was a really like a 10-minute segment, 15-minute promo segment stretched out over sort of 25 minutes, I think. But yes, coming up next, we've got the WWE Tag Team Championships on the line. We've got over 70 people watching, which is great. Over already 50 likes, 4 away from 60. So if you haven't already, click the like button. And also be sure to subscribe as well. As you can see right there, we're at 19,645, 5 away from 19,650, which is a nice round number. We'd then be at 350 subscribers to go to get to 20,000, which was my goal for the year, by the way. The year. So that is incredibly exciting. That'd be amazing if we can hit 20K. So yes, if you are new, be sure to subscribe. We've got a busy few weeks. I'm telling you, we got a busy few weeks coming up on this channel, and I'm very excited for it. Very, very excited. All right, we're back from commercial. As once again, we're seeing views of the Las Vegas Strip. Which is talking about On Location, which I didn't realize that Endeavor own. Well, breaking news. I don't have my button. And there you go. It is Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre tonight from London, UK. It is Orton McIntyre in the main event, which is exciting. Now, we've got the WWE Tag Team Championships on the line. The Street Profits with their new theme, which, once again, it's got the Death Rebel treatment, which is when the music plays, the crowd goes utterly silent. I'm telling you, the Death Rebel treatment is positively brutal, isn't it? I mean, last week was one of the worst ones for it. When Zelina Vega came out, look, Mark Nash is the new ring announcer. It's going to take some while to get used to, I think, Mark Nash. I'm still gonna have to get used to him. But there's the WWE Tag Team Champions. Again, with their Death Rebel treatment. And out come the challengers. Look at them dressed in the Union Jacks. Pretty deadly. How many different poses do they want to do? Obviously, the glitter ball is down. I mean, the Pretty Deadly's attire is pretty wild, isn't it, to say the least? Good grief. I remember I went to a WWE SmackDown taping. When was this? 2006, I think it was. It was just after WrestleMania 22. And I watched a Paul Burchill match on Velocity. This is when Paul Burchill was doing the Pirates of the Caribbean gimmick. He was doing the Captain Jack Sparrow thing. And he made his entrance. He jumped off a bus with a rope. I'm telling you, he got the pop of the night. Legitimately, he got the reaction of the night. Paul Burchill as the pirate was insane. That night, it was like a rematch. It was Kurt Angle versus Rey Mysterio in the main event for the World Heavyweight Championship. And Mark Henry came out and attacked Kurt Angle. He did a splash through a table to close the show. It was kind of mad. Big right hand by Angelo Dawkins. Oh, look at that. Good teamwork. Drop kick. In comes Montez Ford. Hip toss. Oh, leapfrog into a DDT by Kit Wilson. And a strong start. Oh, we're going to go to commercial, aren't we? That is where I'm telling you for a fact. You know, I said about, that opening segment, that was sort of a 10, 15-minute segment that didn't need to take 27 minutes. When they literally do entrances, ring the bell, and go to ad, that means that they're trying to make up time already. Already they're making up time, going, got to go to commercial. That opening segment ran pretty long. Opening segment ran quite long, actually quite a bit long. Angelo Dawkins. Big forearm to the back of the head. So we're currently in commercial. 71 people watching, 60 likes. If you haven't already, click the like button and be sure to subscribe too. Big right hand by Dawkins. Tags in Montez Ford. Who my hope still is that this whole tag team run is just a vehicle for Montez Ford to finally get a singles run. Because, I mean, he's been with us as Street Profits for how long has the Street Profits been together for at this point? A very, very, very long time. The money is for Montez Ford as a single star. Heel, babyface, whatever. Could do it all. Got the look. He's got the promo work. Got the athleticism. If anything, at this point, he's wasting his time in a tag team. Oh, a big kick. Right to the chest by Ford to Wilson. Now he's doing the mocking spooky fingers. Like Scott Hall, Kevin Nash. The Click. King of the spooky fingers. As Double A says, yeah. Bianca Belair. See Montez Ford. Are they married? Or are they engaged? I forget. But he's just generally winning at life. Ford, though. Front face hook. Went for a suplex. Floats over the top. There's Wilson. Tags in Prince. I mean, this match, I reckon, yeah, we're going to get back from commercial and we're going to be going into the finish. Because I think the big bulk of this match is happening through commercial. Like, a lot of in-ring work is happening through commercial. If it was just normal commercial break, sometimes they would just sort of play for time, grab a hold, do some stuff on the outside. But they're fully doing a match here through a commercial. So I wouldn't be shocked if we get back from commercial break and we're going to finish fairly quickly. Springboard. God, barely just made that. I mean, did not get the forearm right across the ring, did we? My goodness. As we're now back from commercial, WWE Tag Team Championships on the line. Street Profits versus Pretty Deadly. Oh, God, what was that? Oh, is Montez Ford okay? Looks out of it. WWE Tag Team Championships on the line. Oh, beautiful. Twisting neck breaker by Angelo Dawkins. Look at that. He's got him in an electric chair position. Oh, sends Dawkins into Ford. Oh, jumping Enziguri. Nice. Shades of Nigel McGuinness with that clothesline. What is this? Oh, of a catapult code breaker. Oh, and Dawkins just kicks out. I tell you what, Kip Wilson's back looks an absolute mess. Prince misses the splash in the corner. Wilson out the ring. Oh, sort of spine buster. And then goes Montez Ford. Goes up the top. Gonna go for a frog splash. Oh! And he just moved. Oh, look at this. Crucifix pin cover. That was well done. Oh, just kicked out. Ford hit the frog splash. And Kip Wilson pushed his partner out of the way. Dawkins with a blind tag. Montez Ford super kick. Oh, look at that. Sort of pounced into a back suplex. Oh, and just broken up by Kip Wilson. Kip Wilson has saved this match on 2 different occasions now. As the crowd in London certainly enjoying it. Crowd continues to chant for Pretty Deadly. All 4 men in the ring in separate corners. Referee, take control of this one. Who's the legal man? Oh, look at that. They just all dived into each other. Oh, is this going to be the moment? Here we go. Version of a heart attack. 1, 2. Oh, and Montez Ford just breaks it up. And the crowd bought into that one. I thought victory was there for the taking. You're right, Wade Barrett. Oh, Montez Ford. Wow. Went over the top rope, landed on the steps. Here we go. Another catapult. Oh, caught him. Look at the strength by Angelo Dawkins. Look at the strength. Just nearly dumped Wilson over the top rope. Right hand to Prince. Oh, he's caught him up. Uh-oh. They're going for a doomsday blockbuster, perhaps. Look at that. Doomsday blockbuster. That must be it. 1, 2. And the Street Profits get the victory. Well, I tell you what, that was a good match. A bit of heel arrogance there from Montez Ford at the end of it. That was a good match. I enjoyed that one. That was a fun TV tag title match. Very good match. I enjoyed that one. What do you guys think there? Jason says decent match. Red One says not bad, not bad. Matty Ladd says very good match. I think everyone, enjoyed that. That was a good opening tag team match, good tag title match. We'll give WWE credit for. They're certainly trying to expand and build that tag title scene on SmackDown, aren't they? Steffi Jenks says that was good, yeah, entertaining. I would certainly agree with you guys on that. We're 5 likes away from 70 likes. If you haven't already clicked the like button. Seeing a backstage segment with Zelina Vega. There's the secret Herbis. And there is the Women's United States Champion, Chelsea Green. The small threat is a big threat to the Women's US Championship. Are we going to get a 6-person tag team match? Or is it going to be a tag team match? See, once again, they've even done... Oh, they got smoke guns. I'm telling you, right? They, Katana Charles and Kaden Carter came out then, and the crowd, even though they've just seen a backstage promo, so there's a bit of a setup of what's going to happen next, they still didn't know who was coming out based on the song alone. They were like, who? These Def Rebel songs need to go. They're bad. They're bad. There was even a countdown as we got the annoying Netflix commercial music. Red Devils 99 says Solo should be given a goofy gimmick, not a serious one. He's comedy. Red Devils 99 says Chelsea Green is the best fighting champion right now, believe it or not. Well, I think certainly one thing's for sure. Obviously, with the introduction of the Women's United States Championship and the Women's Intercontinental Championship, the best work from a women's mid-card champion on the main roster has been Chelsea Green. That Women's US Championship thus far feels important. She's had really good matches with Michin. Obviously, she's had other matches where she's retained the title too. Like, they've done a good job, and Chelsea Green's done a good job with that mid-card Women's Championship. On Raw, it's kind of felt very much like an afterthought, hasn't it? I mean, Chelsea Green's also brought it to NXT. So she has done a good job with it. But yeah, those songs, man, those songs have just been crazy. So bad. And again, this is part of the problem with SmackDown at the moment, when you've got those 3 hours to fill. It's good in the sense of more people are going to get opportunities and get time, but at the same time, it also still has to be good, doesn't it? It still has to be exciting and feels like it's worth watching, which is sometimes not necessarily the case. We've got 76 people watching. We're 3 likes away from 70. If you haven't already clicked the like button, be sure to subscribe too. Only 4 subscribers away from 19,650 on that road to 20K. 20K, exciting. Very, very exciting indeed. Oh, and we're 22 days away from WrestleMania. As I said earlier on the stream, I was loosely figuring out what I'm going to be doing WrestleMania week, or in the weeks building up to WrestleMania here on the channel. Short answer is a lot. A lot. WrestleMania weekend, I might do like a SmackDown watch along on the Friday and a post show. Saturday, well, no, maybe I won't, because Saturday I'm going to do NXT Stand and Deliver. That's going to be I'm going to be doing that, and I think that's at like 9:30 a.m. local time. So that'll be like 2 in the afternoon, 2:30 in the afternoon. Then I'm going to do obviously night 1 watch along post show. We're seeing a video package for one of my favorite matches of all time, Bret Hart versus Stone Cold Steve Austin, WrestleMania 13 submission match. Love this match. Best match on that WrestleMania, because otherwise that WrestleMania is not good at all. And that's at a time where, the beginning of 1997 in WWE is such a weird time. Because beginning of the year, it's still very, very corny, very, very cartoonish. We obviously get Shawn Michaels lose his smile. We get a Royal Rumble where Austin wins, but actually he got eliminated. Then we get the Final Four and get Sid win the championship and Sid versus Undertaker. It's like it's a mad. Oh, look at that. Great match. They're inducting a match. So Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Bret the Hitman Hart is being inducted into the Hall of Fame. They're inducting matches. It's like they do in the UFC, isn't it? Bret Hart and Steve Austin are going to be there for that induction. So that match is getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. I do like the idea of inducting legendary matches. There's Paul Heyman. There is the Tribal Chief. YTC, your Tribal Chief. OTC. Flanked by security. And Carter and Chance in the ring. Here comes Chelsea Green, followed by her Secret Hervis. The Secret Hervis with the Women's United States Champion, Chelsea Green. There's Piper Niven and Alba Fire. Women dancing at ringside. You know, somewhere that's someone's parents and they're going, bloody hell. They're going, oh, why? Wade Barrett is pledging his allegiance to Chelsea Green. I believe that is the first match to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. But I think they're calling it moments as well. It's going to be Alba Fire starting the match for the Secret Hervis. Oof. In comes Caden Carter. Oh, tripped up by Chance. Gets float over. Cover. Gets close to a 2 count. Coming up next after this match will be the United States Championship match between LA Knight and Braun Strowman, according to Joe Tessitore on commentary. Oh, look at that. Nice arm drag. Sends Alba Fire out the ring. Oh, look at that. Crossbody on the outside. What's Piper Niven doing? She over the top rope. Oh, look at that. Oh, my goodness. Piper Niven just absolutely crushed Caden Carter and Katana Chance with the cannonball on the outside of the ring. Good Lord. Crowd chanting for Piper Niven. Of course, from Scotland, from Ayrshire, I believe. Piper gets back into the ring. And look, partner's not there. Still recovering from Piper's cannonball on the outside of the ring. Irish whip into the corner. The crowd serenading Chelsea Green, saying that they love Chelsea. Wade Barrett saying it's on the same level as the royal family. Joe Testo's just got his head in his hands. I'll tell you what, Joe Testo and Wade Barrett, they are a good team, aren't they? Like, obviously, I get, obviously, there was a lot of upset with Corey Graves when he got bumped off SmackDown for in favor of Wade Barrett, because Joe Testo was always going to call SmackDown after Raw was moved to Netflix. But I think the reason they kept Wade Barrett with Joe Testo was just because they'd done every show together. And Joe Testo, I think knowledge of maybe the moves still isn't there, and they do have chemistry, you know. Steffi Jink says, I missed it. Where's Fire's tag team partner? Yeah, Isla Dawn, she was released by WWE as the last part of Talent Cuts. Now she's now part of the Secret Service with Piper Niven, the security team for the Women's United States Champion Chelsea Green. As we'll be back from commercial shortly. We've got a strong viewer to like ratio. Appreciate everyone that's clicked the like button so far. WN365 community doing their thing. With WN365 universe. We should do that, isn't it? It's wrestling, so it's a universe. The WN365U. Yeah, like the MCU. WN365U. Or maybe the WNU. That's what it should be. WNU. WNU. Very strong. Strong representatives of the WNU. I like that. Look at that. Leg drop. Kicks out. Big up Austin Baker, one of our mods in the chat as well. Says, Collision tomorrow. Holding my sign and got the UV merch. Look at you, Austin Baker. So not only is Austin Baker going to be attending AEW Collision, he's going to have a WN365 sign representing in the crowd. And he's got UV merch like I have as well. You can go buy it. You can go find it on the United YouTube channel. This is very comfortable, by the way. And I'm not just saying that. And the embroidery on the badge is very, very nice. Crowd are chanting, stand up if you hate Scotland. Oh, look at the strength. The Samoan drop. Caden Carter. Well, look at strength that was. Look at this. Oh, wow. Cover. Broken up by Alba Fire. Oh, just got kicked out the ring. Look at this. Oh, a dive to the outside onto Alba Fire. Piper Niven all alone in the ring. What's going to happen here? Oh, ducks the clothesline. Super kick. Chelsea Green getting up on the apron. Alba Fire. Oh, grab the foot. What? Oh, Niven sends Carter into a tag team partner. Get ready, bar. Piper driver. And the Secret Service get the victory. Maybe the Secret Service might have a go at the Women's Tag Team Championships, perhaps. And now just look, put in the boots to Caden Carter. Here comes the... Oh, it's just as bad as last week, wasn't it? Just as bad as last week. Zelina Vega's music hit and the crowd went quiet. God, these Def Rebels themes just like so suck. Oh, nice DDT. Crowd like that one. Oh, big knee to Alba Fire. Oh, and Chelsea Green now attacking Zelina Vega. The US champion knows how to get a reaction. I'm pretty, pushed out of it. Vega breaks free. He's going to go for maybe Code Red. Oh, Alba Fyre just kicked Zelina Vega's head off. Oh, look at that senton. Just squished Vega like a bug. That was a bit of a wild post-match segment, wasn't it? Or post-match angle. Well, there's the megastar. LA Knight versus Braun Strowman. Coming up next for the United States Championship. There we are. And we have to have the bloody commercial music again. No. I can't do it. I can't listen to that commercial music. I can't, and I will not. I wonder if, because I tell you what, me and this soundboard at the moment, we're just, it never bloody works. It's so annoying. My hope is if I do this, I don't disappear completely. Yeah. Did you hear that? Can you still hear me now? Hopefully you can. You still can. That's good. Oh, I just basically don't have my actual buttons. I have to search for them manually and find them. It's so annoying. It's so annoying.
With everybody saying, yeah.
Yeah, it's very, very frustrating. If I can't, usually with my soundboard, you get like a page. It's really good, actually. You get pages, so you can just click them. But for some reason now, it's just not working. So I've been able to use my sounds recently. I feel like, I can't. I have to search for them. It's very, very, very annoying. But since it's LA Knight coming up, I can just search for LA Knight, and I can just at many points just keep pressing.
Yeah.
Keep doing that, you know. If there's like boos.
Yeah.
Boo.
Yeah.
Boo.
Yeah.
There'll be a moment in the match that will probably have that, I would think. I think when it comes to this one, like I said earlier, we're not going to get a title change. I think maybe we do get some kind of interference, maybe from Jacob Fatu, Solo Sikoa. We might see that as we'll be back from commercial in just over 30 seconds. 3 subscribers away from 19,650. So if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. Actually, I better put this over here. I'll put that there. If you are a new subscriber or you put super chats in, they should appear up on the screen. And with a little thing should happen here. I'm thinking about for the future, and this might be a risk. I'm thinking about for super chats going text to speech, so they'll just play, which is exciting but also terrifying. But I think you can sort of filter to prevent people from just saying a madness. But I'm thinking about maybe incorporating that in the future. We like to incorporate, try new things here at Wrestle News 365 in the WNU, the newly christened WNU. Stephanie's Places, that's on ESPN Plus. I don't know how to watch it over here. Oh, you can watch it on Disney Plus, maybe. Cudinia says, what's happened to the Wyatt Six? Uncle Howdy was injured. But he's now been cleared, so they'll be back soon. This might be a post-WrestleMania thing. Of course, the contract signing still to come. Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, CM Punk. Triple threat at WrestleMania. Or as Santino Morelli, you say, WrestleMania. At a WrestleMania. Of course, that's the WrestleMania sign there in Vegas, WrestleMania 41. See, there's a weekend song. Some were saying, oh, it's going to be a WrestleMania without a weekend song. No, there is a weekend song. It's Lewis Capaldi. Look at that. Lewis Capaldi at ringside. Come on. I haven't seen Lewis Capaldi in a while. Of course, he doesn't do many public appearances at the moment. Oban Elliott, UFC welterweight fighter. Here comes the monster of all monsters. A former Universal Champion, former Intercontinental Champion. Never won the United States Championship, though. Like I said before, I'm still going to have to get used to this new ring announcer, I think. Still going to have to get used to him. Braun Strowman, I know I say this every time I've seen him in these watch-alongs the last few weeks. His knees are so cooked, it is beyond belief. Like, see, I mean, I know that like early on in his career, even before he debuted on the main roster, he had a bad sort of back/leg injury, and he lost like 25% feeling in one of his legs. But his knees are, you can just tell by the way he moves around. It's difficult being a big man. Plus, he was in strongman, so he was a big weight for a long time. That's tough on the old joints, the knees in particular. Here he comes.
Yeah.
There's the United States champion. As Lil Yo-Yo says, Los Angeles night. No special ring introductions inside the ring. Sometimes they do that for title matches. He certainly is beloved. Is Los Angeles night. MA says, just watch the UV award video. Congratulations on the weight loss, Owen. Appreciate that, MA. Appreciate everyone that's sent kind words regarding that or regarding the awards. The SJA YouTube channel of the year, 2024 United View. It has been a mad week, to say the least. But it was fantastic to see everyone celebrate, indulge. It was a very, very surreal evening, it must be said. Certainly one I will never forget. Bell rings. We are underway. Collar and elbows tie up. Obviously, Strowman's going to have the power advantage. Another collar and elbow. And again, just throws him to the mat. Side headlock by Knight on Strowman. Oh, back suplex. He would never. He's trying to do a back suplex on Braun Strowman. Don't think that's probably the right move. There you go. There's right hands. Goes for the Irish whip. Just reversed by Strowman. Just too powerful. Kick to the face. Big hip toss by Strowman. Oh, goes for a cover. And LA Knight kicks out at 2. Steffi Jenks says, who do you think will win? I mean, I still think we're going to get some kind of disqualification or some involvement from the Bloodline. Look at it. Strowman move with the knees. Hits the ropes. Over the top rope. Kick Strowman into the announce table. Pair of boots to Strowman. Oh, what a big, big boot by Braun Strowman. Good grief. And he kicked his head off. That was one hell of a big boot. Knight took a heck of a bump on the outside as well. Wow. One like away from 75 likes, guys. One subscriber away as well from 19,650, which is fantastic. Uh-oh. Strowman got to go for the Strowman Express. Can his knees handle it? Got to go for the jog. LA Knight. Smart gets out the way. I think if you listen closely, you can hear Strowman's knees literally creak as he's going around the ring. Okay, Strowman going to the second rope. He's going to go for some punches. Oh, Knight moves out the way. Strowman hits his head on the turnbuckle. We're going to get some punches.
Yeah! 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 Yeah!
Strowman gets out. Oh, floats over, does Knight. Oh, just stomps on the chest by the monster among men. And a headbutt by Strowman too for good measure. Irish whip. Oh, wow. I tell you what, LA Knight just bounced in the corner there. That was something else. Strowman throws LA Knight to the outside. 35 seconds left until we're back from commercial. Oof. LA Knight slammed into the barricade by LA Knight and another headbutt. They were checking how long they got left to commercial. Crowd continues to chant SOB, a term of endearment. There's a shush, and then we fade to black. I missed it. But we're back on the air. Braun Strowman, he's saying to LA Knight, cut him off. I could see that. Literally, Strowman was trying to get back in the ring. He was like, oh, it's trying to pick him up. No, it's not going to happen. Not going to happen, mate. Oh, big boot. Nice bulldog by LA Knight. By Los Angeles Knight. Ducks the clothesline. Some jabs. Oh, and a big knee lift right to the gut by Braun Strowman. Gets Knight up on the shoulders. Oh, floats over. Oof. Is now going to get it? I kind of got a back suplex. Kind of in the end. Crowd chants for LA Knight. He's going to get the big elbow. It's just an elbow. Yeah, Braun Strowman's right to kick out like one. It's the same as the people's elbow, isn't it? People's elbow is actually the most sort of least devastating move ever, isn't it? It's just an elbow. Going for... Oh, I tell you what. He was going for BFT, but LA Knight landed on his head. That was nasty. Clothesline sends Knight out for the top rope. Uh-oh. Ripping off the shirt. Strowman Express is happening. Oh, there he is. Jacob Fatu. I told you. Jacob Fatu's out. He was always coming out, wasn't he? He was always the Samoan werewolf. He was always coming out. Tony Braun Strowman's not getting pinned clean. Oh no! Oh wow! Samoan drop on the announce table. This guy's money. He's one of the best things about SmackDown. Is watching Jacob Fatu. I'm telling you, I think we'll get a multi-man match for the US Championship at WrestleMania. Another headbutt by Jacob Fatu. Look at that tracksuit he's wearing as well. Jacob Fatu. He's one of my favorite things about WWE at the moment. Is Jacob Fatu. He is money. He's going to be setting him up. Oh, he's going to go for that hip attack. LA Knight back in the ring. He's going for BFT. Pop up. Bang. Samoan drop. And there he goes. Does it. Does the boogeyman one. Oh, and there's hip attack in the corner. Get ready. Another one. Boom. The jacket's off. The vest is on. Is he going to go for it again? Uh-oh. Another hip attack in the corner. I think we're going to be getting... I thought we were going to be getting a moonsault. Uh-oh. Oh, look at that moonsault by Jacob Fatu. Is he going to do it again? Oh, he's going to do it again. Do you know how mad it is he's just able to do this back to back? Oh, my God. That guy's like 300 pounds. And they can just do it back to back. Jacob Fatu. The Samoan werewolf. He is... There he is with the little boogeyman walk again. Look at those eyes. As an evil man. As we're seeing backstage from WrestleMania on Monday. Gunther versus Jimmy Uso. Whoa, I tell you what, that slap from Jimmy Uso was no fucking joke, was it? Good grief. Whew. That was one heck of a slap. That hurts just thinking about it. Wow. As Jimmy Uso is backstage for an interview with Jackie Redmond. Matty Ladd says that slap was disturbing. The Pope says Gunther definitely felt it. You could tell. Like, you could tell, like, that slap, he felt it. Like, oh my God. Like, I remember it was Chris Masters said that Chris Masters got slapped once by Shawn Michaels on Raw. And he said, like, he slapped him and he was, like, immediately seeing stars. Like, I don't know where I am. I was one of those slaps. I can't believe they've got Carmelo Hayes in like a tag team with The Miz. I mean, you can sort of go, it's ironic. We go, really? Really? Carmelo Hayes and The Miz? What a random tag team that is. The Miz says they're just blips. That is off Roman's bloodline. It says you'll never know what it means to carry this industry after WrestleMania. Neither will Jay. And if he slaps him like that, he's on the ground. Oh, I thought he was going to slap him there as well. He flinched. Miz versus Jimmy Uso tonight. Now, Jimmy's now doing the yeet. Wow. 2 likes away from 80 likes. If you haven't already, click the like button. Be sure to... Oh, we did hit... Look at that. We hit 19,650 subscribers. That means we are 350 subscribers away from 20K, which is mental, which is a madness. So big up to the WNU, the Wrestling News Universe. Seeing last week, this was when Naomi attacked Jade Cargill. And that was the best match on last week's show. Was Liv Morgan versus Jade Cargill. Best match of the last week's show. Definitely Jade Cargill's best match in WWE. Oh no, gotta mute that bloody commercial music. The commercial music is just too much. Can't be dealing with the commercial music. No, it's not going to. Nope. Steffi Jiggs says that slap echoed down the hallway. It did. It did. I'll tell you what, whilst we're in commercial, bear with me for a second. What game should I play for members? Because, as I mentioned, I've got my console sorted now once again. So that means gaming is back, but gaming is going to be exclusively for members. Now, I think they're going to be live streams, but I think they might be streams sort of, they start as normal streams and maybe after like 5-10 minutes, we go into members only. That's what I think I'm going to do. But I need to pick a game and play it. Basically, that's what I need to do. So let me get my games. Let's have a look. There's loads. I'm dropping them everywhere. And I will still be purchasing more as well. Right. These are options. I mean, it's not. I can't do a poll because I've just got so many. We've got for the Xbox 360. We've got TNA Impact. Yeah, TNA's. I wasn't their only game. They did have another one, which was like TNA Impact Cross the Line. It was on Nintendo DS, and it was awful. But this is an all timer. One of the last games made by Midway, I think, before they went bust. But this could be a possibility. TNA Impact, we could play that for 360. We got SmackDown versus Raw 2006. I mean, all of the SmackDown game versus Raw games just didn't miss. So we can play that. We got SmackDown Shut Your Mouth, which I have played on stream before, but could play that one. We've got WWE 13. Can't even really see because of the green screen. WWE 13, which I played on stream before. I had the infamous British Bulldog incident on that one, where I just couldn't beat the British Bulldog when I was playing as Shawn Michaels. That was awful. Well, we've got SmackDown versus Raw 2007. I should probably put these over here. That one. Got the first SmackDown versus Raw, which was the first one to have like voicing of characters. SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. Got the SmackDown versus Raw 2011, 2010, 2009, 2008. Annoying because I bought Raw for the Xbox and Raw 2 for the Xbox, thinking I could play them on the 360. I can't. So we're going to have to purchase an original Xbox at some point. Got SmackDown versus Raw 2011. And we've got a couple. We've got SmackDown 2. Look at Jacob Fatu spitting backstage. And what's this one? We've got SmackDown 1. Says he doesn't have to say anything to nobody. But Jacob, nothing. Better lower your tone. Says I would be very clear. That US title. He's bringing it home to the family. Gonna do it with you or without you. Seeds planted. Where's the WCW game? I'm trying to remember where I put it. Because I might want to play the WCW game. I was just seeing a recap. Oh, it's a promo from Naomi. Where did I put that? No. 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 Can't remember where I put it. No. 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 Maybe it's in this one. No. No. Well, I did have a WCW game, but I can't find it. This is a problem with physical media. You can lose stuff. Look at Naomi with tears in her eyes. No. 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 I know I've put it in a box. No. No. Oh, you know, that's good. Look at this. I just opened SmackDown vs. Raw 2008, and there's a little thing for watching Survivor Series on Sky Box Office in 2008. Oh, look at that. WrestleMania 24. Sunday, March 30, 2008 on Sky Box Office. Look at that. No. 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 Well, it looks like I might have lost it. No. 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 Yes, I found it. Here. WCW Mayhem. We got it. I was worried I lost it for a second. I tell you what, that was a good promo from Naomi, wasn't it? It was excellent. Michin versus Charlotte Flair coming up next. So yeah, maybe play WCW Mayhem. That might be a fun one. I don't know how good. I don't know if I've ever played it before. WCW Mayhem. I'm not sure if they've got like a story mode or career mode on that. Maybe. Or there is part of me that wants to just play TNA Impact on the 360. That might be a good one for the members to start with. Well, I'll narrow it down. I'll narrow it down, and then make it a poll exclusively for the members. I think. Big up Star-Lord. Star-Lord's in the chat as well. Big up to you, long-time member over at UV. We're 8 likes away from 90 likes. If you haven't already, click the like button. Look at that. Subscribers are flying up as well. We've got 19,654 subscribers. So we are, we're getting closer and closer to 20K. So big up to everyone that's recently subscribed to. We've got daily news videos coming out. In addition to that, we've got the countdown videos people have really been enjoying. The last one I did was a few days ago, which was 5 people that could possibly be part of MJF's new faction in AEW. Other ones I've done recently, WWE superstars that are close to returning, ex-WWE superstars that could return, heel opponents for John Cena, or opponents for heel John Cena, rather. We'll be having a lot of those countdown ones coming up as we're getting closer to WrestleMania. I've got a million ideas of ones that I want to do. They'll probably have some over the weekend, actually. Probably have one Saturday and Sunday, most likely. So they'll be coming up soon as well. As Steffi Jenks says, thanks and welcome to the WNU. Exactly, to the Wrestle News universe. Yes. Red Rand says, what did you think of WWE All-Stars? I don't know if I played it. I don't know if I played it. There was Legends of WrestleMania that I played, which was another game that they had, Legends of WrestleMania, which is around 2009. And you basically just sort of went through all of the WrestleManias throughout the year and played that. And I actually did enjoy that. I mean, when I was younger, do you remember it was called WWE, was it Crash? And it was a cars game. WWE Crash, was it called? Crush Hour? That's what it was called. Crush Hour. Where all the superstars had cars. and they sort of went at each other. It was that was a funny one. Do you know one game that I never played and I wish I did, because I did have this console. I never played Day of Reckoning. Oh, we've got another Aleister Black vignette. Look at this. There's snakes. Well, that's our best look at Aleister Black to date, isn't it? No doubt about that one. Our best look at Aleister Black yet. Let's see if I can get a good screen grab of that for the post show, perhaps. It's difficult. That's going to be impossible for me to get that. As we go back to the live feed with Michin in the ring. What the hell is this? Naomi attacked him from behind. Look at this. Oh, look at that. And Naomi just attacking the friends of Jade Cargill. Remember, this is meant to be Michin versus Charlotte Flair. Be very careful who you're friends with. You're right. Now just attacking B-Fab. Bless me. Here comes Jade Cargill. She does look like Uma Thurman from Kill Bill. You're right. I wonder how they're going to sort of pay this one off. I don't know if they'd have would they have a WrestleMania match, Naomi versus Jade Cargill? Maybe. Here comes Charlotte Flair. Of course, the opponent. Kind of forget that our match is going on, don't we? And Jade Cargill is just facing off with Charlotte Flair. Little size up moments. You're right, Joe Tessitore. That would be an interesting one for the future, wouldn't it? Charlotte Flair versus Jade Cargill. Obviously, the winner of the 2025 Women's Royal Rumble. I know I say this every single time that we've been doing these watch-alongs recently over the last few weeks, but Charlotte Flair, because of her injuries that she had, she walks still with a very pronounced limp. Maybe it's just me. I'm still convinced that she's still working to sort of get back to that point where she's a bit more comfortable. Like, even then, kind of stumbled up the steps a little bit. Maybe it's just me. We're 1 like away from 90 likes if you haven't already clicked the like button. There's Charlotte Flair. Michin stands up. Don't know how long this is going to go for. Big boot. Just nearly kicked her head off. And Michin kicks out. And of course, in typical WWE fashion, we go straight to commercial. Straight away to commercial. Can't have a match play out, can we? My goodness. Got to go to commercial. This big chop. And another. Charlotte Flair as well calls spots as loudly as John Cena. You literally heard her go, let's do a chop. 1, 2. Hurricane Runner. Charlotte Flair just did a forward roll as taking a bump. Oh, version of a backbreaker. Cover. Kicks out at 2. And Flair is doing the Stephanie Kurt. This can't be good for your knees. That's not your move. Oh, she's going to go for it again. Look at this. That must be brutal on your neck. Big up Skilliano in the chat. There's a reverse elbow by Michin. Gets the leg up as well. Boot to the face. Reminder, still to come. We've got the contract signing between CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns. We've also got a main event of Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton. I think it's going to be the main event. It might be at the top of the next hour, maybe. Multiple covers attempted by Charlotte Flair. Michin kicking out at 1 every single time. A nice cravat, sort of side headlock by Charlotte Flair. Of course, set to face Tiffany Stratton for the Women's Championship at WrestleMania. Don't know which night yet. Don't know if it's going to main event night 1. That's camera angle above the ring. Oh, blocks. Right hand. Big forearms. They weren't even right hands. They're forearms from Michin. Maybe going to go for a tornado DDT. Hits it. Cover. Flair kicks out. Gets the shoulder up. Of course, Michin was attacked before the match even started by Naomi. Oh, wow. Look at that. High angle German suplex by Flair. Irish whip. Flair floats over into the corner. Big boot right to the face. Oh, big kick. I mean, to be honest with you, I talk about things not feeling very WrestleMania-y on some of these SmackDowns. One of the better things that's actually been on SmackDown the last few weeks has been this Naomi heel turn, hasn't it? Whether it was the segment she did with Bianca Belair in the ring, obviously the vignette that was on so far earlier on in the evening, the Jade Cargill match against Liv Morgan was good last week too. Flair was maybe going to go for a moonsault. But Michin's going to go for a power bomb. Go for a power. Oh, look at that. Sit out power bomb. And Flair kicks out. Look at this. Sit out power bomb. That was a heck of an impact as well. And it's interesting, isn't it? Like, earlier on at the start of this show, we were talking about how red hot the crowd was for Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. I mean, nearly 2 hours in, the crowd's pretty quiet now, isn't it? Oh, nice kick by Michin. Off the ropes. Big knee to the face. Flair kicks out. Crowd trying to F you, Charlotte. Are they censoring? They're censoring Netflix. Oh, it's not Netflix. WWE, don't bother, man. We're past the watershed here in the UK. It's all right. I mean, I suppose. Well, it's not going out to America, is it? Till later on. Oh, Charlotte Flair just gives the crowd the middle finger. Goes for a boot over the top rope. Oh, wow. Saito suplex. That was a rough landing. Michin. Cannonball in the corner. Oh, going for eat defeat. Oh, just shoved away. Back suplex. Michin floats over. And now an eat defeat. Hits it. Crowd. And Charlotte Flair's foot on the bottom. I tell you what, the crowd did not react to that at all. That's like Michin's finish, and they didn't react at all. I mean, my word, that was so flat. Crowd are chanting for VAR. I went for a PK kick, just kicks the steel steps. And now a chop block. Crowd are chanting, we want Tiffy. And get ready, she's going to go for the figure eight. And now into the bridge, the figure eight. And Michin taps out. Charlotte Flair with the victory. Charlotte Flair gets the win. It was okay. Jackie Redmond's going to be with Tiffany Stratton. There she is. Tiffany Stratton, of course, women's champion, facing Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania. Tiffany Stratton says, people talk. Charlotte Flair loves to hear herself talk. Calls her insecure. Tiffany Stratton says if she loses to Charlotte Flair, the legend. She's only 25 years old, Tiffany Stratton. Bloody hell, what an upside. She loses to an undeserving, delusional, unoriginal, backflip doing, blonde hair having little girl. Did she get it all? And still, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. She says she's going to walk out as still the women's champion. That was a good promo. That was better than last week. Last week's promo segment was a bit difficult, wasn't it? That was a much better promo, that, from Tiffany Stratton. Last week's, like I said, the promo segment with her and Charlotte Flair was a bit not amazing. WrestleMania after parties. I mean, what isn't WWE doing at this point? WrestleMania After Dark, they've got after parties. My goodness me. They have everything. Still to come tonight, it's the contract signing. Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, CM Punk. They're going to sign the contract for WrestleMania. We've got Jimmy Uso versus The Miz coming up. Sponsored by Men's Warehouse. It's all about those sponsorships, isn't it? As Red One says about business. Constant business. Right, so I think this contract signing is going to be the main event because coming up next, we've got Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre. Of course, this was the promo segment. This was the promo segment in the opening segment of the show. Harry says they're raking in the money in their revenue record. It's going to be smashed after WrestleMania is done. Absolutely. Like I said, I saw something earlier on when it was like, there aren't as many tickets being sold for this year's WrestleMania as there were at, last year's WrestleMania or whatever. And it's like, do you have any idea how much those tickets are going for? And they're going to be sold out. They are going to make a ridiculous amount of money this year for WrestleMania. Fourteen-time world champion. The Viper, the Apex Predator, set to face the Scottish Warrior. It's a big one, isn't it? A big one. So this match happened quite a lot during the pandemic, didn't it? Very much during the pandemic. I'm seeing screen grabs of Orton from WWE 2K. Gotta mute the music. Gotta mute the music. Can't be doing with it. Otherwise, it's going to be stuck in my head forever, which would be just awful. Ugh. But yes, we are currently at 93 likes. If you haven't already, click the like button to see if we can get to 100 likes. Be also sure to subscribe too, as we are getting closer and closer to 20K. Where are we at to at the moment? We're currently at 19,658. So new subscribers joining all the time, joining the WNU. That's what we like to see. Jason says Kevin Owens will probably get involved in this match. Harry says $500 for a photo and a handshake for some superstars is so overpriced and expensive. Yeah, I saw that today. For $499 for to basically shake hands, take a picture with a superstar, and get them to sign something. It is nuts. And WWE's doing that thing at the moment where if you're in demand, you can largely charge what you want because people are going to buy it. That's why their ticket prices are so high at the moment. They're selling out regardless. So their ticket prices are just super high. And that's why they're doing these shows in Europe. It's their peak time of year. They can go to European market, charge ridiculous money, and they'll sell out every single time. Every single time. It's mad. So, yeah. What else are we saying at the moment? Harry says they're raking record money. I read that. Yeah, they are. They're proper. As we still see, we'll be back from commercial in 50 seconds. As we have this match. They had this match at Hell in the Cell in 2020. Night of Champions in 2020. This was the Raw feud during the pandemic. Drew McIntyre, WWE champion, Randy Orton. He went back to being the legend killer. He started kicking people in the head again. That's when he kicked Ric Flair in the head. For a period of time, he was being accompanied to the ring by Ric Flair on Raw during 2020. That just feels like a complete fever dream. Those Raw shows from the WPC during that period of time, it is mad. Because, some of those storylines were just nuts. Retribution. Oof. As we'll be back from commercial in 5 seconds. We're getting another Hall of Fame thing here. Talking about Triple H's entrance. Obviously, time to play the game. The Game by Motorhead. Triple H has had some pretty, crazy WrestleMania entrances. Obviously, the Throne. Come out on motorbikes. We had Arnold Schwarzenegger as well, yeah. That was a weird one. The Triple H WrestleMania 32 entrance when Stephanie basically did this big monologue, and you had the people in skulls holding the WWE Championship. That WrestleMania 32 was not it. And Triple H, of course, the headline name in the WWE Hall of Fame, Paul Levesque. This is Phil Brooks talking to Paul Levesque. Steve Austin, Stone Cold. He's going to be in attendance WrestleMania week. Is The Rock going to be there? Is the Stone Cold going to hit a stunner on The Rock again? Is The Rock going to flop around the ring? I tell you what, if he does, this space that I'm in here, it will not be able to contain me. If I see that, oh my God, that'll be another level. I'll go crazy. Four likes away from 100 likes. 16th SmackDown London, 36 TV broadcast. First SmackDown since 2023 from London. Jason says, will the Hall of Fame be on Netflix? I don't know if it's going to be televised. That's a really good question, Jason. I don't know. Randy Orton awaits Drew McIntyre. Speaking of the Scottish Warrior, here he comes. Navarro says it is on Netflix. Well, hopefully so. It will be. So who gets involved in this? Kevin Owens, Damian Priest. Of course, we've been seeing this a lot in recent weeks, haven't we? Priest getting just destroyed by McIntyre most of the time. I think Damian Priest probably gets involved in this, as well as, I suppose, Kevin Owens. A 3-0 career record in London. Wonder if that will end this evening. Because it's very possible that it could. Randy Orton stretching out his back. Drew McIntyre did make reference to it earlier on this evening, didn't he? Redwan says, as a kid, I used to prefer Royal Rumble over WrestleMania. Is that mad? I don't think that's mad. I think a lot of people like Royal Rumble over WrestleMania. It's the match, isn't it? It's the Royal Rumble match. And sometimes it's the sort of... sometimes, because WrestleMania can be hit or miss. You know, there have been bad WrestleManias or bad builds to WrestleManias. Sometimes the Royal Rumble, sort of the anticipation can be better than the actual thing. So I don't think that's mad at all. As McIntyre steps between the ropes. He's face to face with Randy Orton. Of course, a reminder, Monday, I'll be live for a Raw watch-along and a Raw post-show. I'll be at, I think it's 8 o'clock start local time. Clocks will have changed by that point, I think. But I'll be live, as always, 15 minutes before. And we can watch that all together, live, across the globe on Netflix. It's getting one heck of a long entrance, aren't we, for Drew McIntyre? Good grief. Bell rings. We are underway. Yeah, crowd certainly on Drew McIntyre's side. Not too much of a surprise. Collar and elbow tie up. Look at this. These are two big guys as well. Orton, look at that. Side headlock. Hits the ropes. Oh, look at that. Big shoulder tackle. Sends Randy Orton down. He's such a great seller, isn't he? Such a great seller, Randy Orton. For a guy of his size. Makes everything look good. Makes everything look impactful. Going for a test of strength, perhaps. And a kick to the gut. Sends McIntyre, or sends Randy Orton rather, into the top turnbuckle. Oh, Orton escapes. Oh, hits his head off the top turnbuckle. And here comes Orton. Look at this. And the thing is as well with Orton is because he's so popular, so over, he's been around forever, he doesn't have to do much. He can do a punch. He can do a body slam. That's what people react to. He doesn't have to. There's this sort of false consensus that nowadays you have to do so much. You have to do dives. You have to do these crazy spots. You don't. If you've got the crowd believing and you're popular, then you can do anything you want. McIntyre just cleared the announce table. Oh, he's going to do the Randy Orton special. Oh, Orton fights out. Uh-oh. Didn't work out for him. It was the backdrop onto the, or the back suplex onto the table. McIntyre went for it first. Didn't work out. Red Devils 99 says Orton better get a 17th before retirement. When was the last time versus Jinder? Last time he was WWE champion was, coming out of WrestleMania 33. No, last time was 2020, excuse me. I just said it, yeah. Last time was 2020. He beat Drew McIntyre for it. Only had it for a couple of times. Crowd are chanting one more time. They're saying, is McIntyre going to get in? Oh, a thumb to the eye by Drew McIntyre. And sends, look at that, Orton right into the ring post. Oh, and a side Russian leg sweep into the barricade. The tables have indeed turned. Exactly what Wade Barrett's saying. He's very, very correct. McIntyre asking, how does your back actually feel now, Orton? Rolled back into the ring. We're 1 like away from 100 likes, by the way, guys. If you haven't already, click the like button. See if we can get to 100 likes. And also, we're 1 subscriber away from 19,660. Appreciate everyone that's joining the WNU, the Wrestle News Universe. Reminder, you can join the WN365 roster. Click the join button. Links in the video description. It's also pinned in the chat. You get your badges, your emojis, your exclusive members-only content, such as gaming, whether it be TNA Impact, and we're going to be playing exclusive for members soon, or WCW Mayhem. What's McIntyre going for here? Oh, did he get the knees up? I don't know if he did. A thumb to the eye. Not sure. I'm not sure he did get the knees up there. That wasn't the best look, Randy. Big right hand by Orton. Oof. Look at that. Trading the right hands. The funny thing is when you can hear the referee give them the time cues. 10 seconds, 9 seconds, 5 seconds, 3, 2. You can literally see the referee going 3, 2. As Drew McIntyre got a hold. Oof. Right hands. Look at those stomps. Oof, right hand. Big chop by McIntyre. And again. Oof. Clothesline. Nice. Oh, hangs him up. Draping DDT. Crowd chanting for an RKO. He senses something. There he is. Kevin Owens. He had that sixth sense. Oh, Claymore. Look at that. And he wins. Look at that. Drew McIntyre gets the victory. I mean, it's not really interference. I mean, it's kind of clean. Drew McIntyre capitalized, gets the win. Look at that. Costs him the match. Uh-oh, what's Kevin Owens going to do? And bounces Orton's head on the announce table. Uh-oh, is he not going to do a pile driver, is he? He's going to do a pile driver? He wouldn't. He wouldn't. He's gonna do it. Oh. Oof. Orton countered. I wonder if they'll do that at WrestleMania. They might. Oh, he's thinking punt. He's thinking punt kick. Oh, and Kevin Owens manages to escape. And security, now security wants to break it up. Kevin Owens just ran away. Orton's trying to find him, says, where did he go? And he's dead for WrestleMania, isn't he? The one thing he wants to do is kick Kevin Owens' head off his shoulders. Look at Randy Orton still selling the Claymore. Still selling the Claymore. Coming up next, it's Jimmy Uso versus The Miz. Sponsored by Men's Warehouse. Cardinio says, security ruin absolutely everything. I know. I don't think we can. You can watch WWE LFG over here in the UK, can you? I mean, obviously there's ways to watch it, but you know. But I can't say I've seen any of it. And obviously that means we've got the commercial music, as always. We did hit 100 likes. Appreciate everyone that's clicked the like button. And we're one subscriber away from 19,660. Look at that. Amazing stuff. Very, very exciting stuff. It's get closer and closer to 20K. Oh, wow. Austin Baker says LFG sucks. It's a really hard watch. I think it's got, like, from what I understand, I think it's done, okay viewership for A&E. They're happy with the WWE stuff. But I think it's like I suppose like any reality show. There should be a thing, shouldn't there, about calling those kind of shows reality shows, because they're not real. There really is no such thing, is there, as a reality show? Like, it doesn't exist. Every reality show, even if there's no script and a lot of it's improvised, it's not like there's always producers. There's always producers pushing things in certain directions. So yeah, I there's no such thing, is there? There's no such thing as reality show. Yeah. Is that true? Is that true? Oh, well, that's not really. That's a bit of a misleading headline, isn't it? For a second, it said Elon Musk has sold Twitter/X in a $45 billion deal. His artificial intelligence company, XAI, has acquired the platform. So he still owns it. So he still owns it. It's not like he hasn't sold it, really. Elon Musk said Friday that XAI, his artificial intelligence company, had acquired X in an all-stock transaction that values XAI $80 billion and X at $33 billion. So he hasn't sold it. He's just acquired that. I thought for a second, I was like, bloody hell, but it's not actually that much of a big story, really, is it? But just a bit of social media news, a bit of social media news for you. We've got 80 people watching, which is great. Be sure to click the like button if you're... if you haven't already yet, and be sure to subscribe. A reminder, we'll also be live for a post show straight after this. I'll be live. Once again, you'll be redirected, so you can go straight to it, and we can talk about what's happened on the show. We got another teaser, folks. We've got another teaser. Another Rey Fénix teaser. Like, if you had any doubt that that's Rey Fénix now, by this point, by the way... He's walking the ropes. He's doing the Rey Fénix moves. There you go. Rey Fénix next Friday. Rey Fénix making his debut next Friday. Rey Fénix on his way to SmackDown. Well, there you go. So we've got confirmation. Rey Fénix on his way to WWE. Rey Fénix debut coming next week. Big news, that's. Big news. The former AEW World Tag Team Champion, former AEW International Champion, former AEW World Trios Champion, officially announced by WWE, and he's making his WWE debut even before WrestleMania. He's making his debut Friday on SmackDown next week. I'm not sure where SmackDown's emanating from next week. They're back in the United States, aren't they? But that is big news. Famed Lucha Brothers, brother of Penta. Look at that. They're just fully acknowledging the history. As Jimmy Uso makes his way to the ring. What is that? What's that? I got so many wires behind this desk. So many wires behind this desk. So a big bit of news there. Rey Fénix is on his way to WWE next week. Or on his way to SmackDown next week. Obviously, the Usos teamed up together Monday night on Raw, didn't they? Here comes The Miz. Residing in Hollywood, California. said, I'm not going to keep saying this all the way through. Like, still getting used to the new ring announcer for SmackDown. Red Devils 99 says, is Phoenix any good? I'm a big Rey Fenix fan. I think that I was saying during his time in AEW, I genuinely think, and I know that everyone's the next Rey Mysterio, but legitimately he could be it. He is a fantastic talent. As Ridwan says, his brother is Penta from Monday Night Raw. Indeed. Pentagon Jr., whatever you want to call him. Bell rings, collar elbow tie up. Oof, look at that big uppercut. Miz, two-time Grand Slam champion. To be fair, there's nothing he hasn't done in WWE, apart from win the Royal Rumble. He hasn't won the Rumble. But he's not going to at this stage of his career. It's just not going to happen, is it? Big knee lift. Miz hits the ropes and a big boot to the face of Jimmy Uso. The Miz just asks for time. And now the Miz just goes over the back of Jimmy Uso's head over the rope. Precious says, with Penta and his brother working together in WWE, will there be some sort of tag team going on there like the Usos? They'll team together at some point, but at the moment they're on different brands. Not that that means anything, of course, but Rey Fenix is going to SmackDown. Penta's on Raw. Going to be involved in the Intercontinental Championship picture. He was going to go for a dive. Oh, look at that. I've got to go to commercial. Thank God we don't have to listen to the music, though. That would be a nightmare, wouldn't it? Crowd continues to chant for Jimmy Uso. Oof. Uso hung up over the top rope. And Miz turns it into a combination neck breaker. Cover, and Jimmy Uso kicks out at 1. Oh, big kick, big boot right to the face. Someone's got a side of the crowd that was nuts. Said she rocking on my Dwayne Johnson. How did they get that crowd in side in the O2? That's crazy. Yeah, someone just went over to them. Someone's just got over to them. Security's just got over and said, you got to put that sign down. Yeah, just noticed that. Katow. Yeah, crowd booing. They took the sign down. Elbow. Jason sees the sign. They took it away. Miz pulls the hair, takes Jimmy Uso down. I mean, that's probably the most exciting thing that's happened in this match is the sign incident, affectionately known as the sign incident. Look at the Miz. He's doing the getting the crowd into it. Nice veteran instincts by the former WWE champion. I think the Miz just went for something. I think he probably missed. Oof, right hand by Jimmy Uso. A bit of a clothesline there. Kick to the gut. Oof. Ducks under. It picked up his tape. Or was it his chain? He was even clearing the ring. Oh, floats over the top. And another right hand. Oh, Uso jumps over. Oh, nice clothesline. Crowd booing the Miz. Charles Robinson looks half asleep in the ring. Baby Nate. Going for a skull-crushing finale. Oh, rolls through. Roll up. Oh, pushes back through. He's got the tights. Oh, and a DDT by the Miz. And Jimmy kicks out. Raul says, Owen, what do you expect from the main event segment? Physicality. I'm not sure. I mean, last week, who did we see standing tall? I mean, it was a bit of an equal brawl. I mean, Reigns kind of stood tall to close the show, didn't he? So maybe Punk or Rollins, or and it will end in some kind of brawl, I think, most likely. More kicks. The it kicks. Goes for another kick. Misses. Oh. Step up Enziguri. And the Miz, what was that? Was that like it's like a version of a Claymore? Or was he trying to be Bryan Danielson? Was that meant to be the Psycho deal? Knee? Is that what that was meant to be? It was going full Bryan Danielson. The yes kicks and the Psycho knee, but it looked like shit. Miz splash in the corner. Gonna go for a springboard. Oh, super kick. And Uso splash. Is that going to be it? And Jimmy Uso gets the victory. Jimmy Uso with the win. He's going to get on the announce table. Yeah, he's trying to take the headset off Joe Tessitore. He says he's not going to be Private Gunther. Salute Big Jim. I mean, we didn't really hear much of what Jimmy Uso said. He was very out of breath, wasn't he? Jimmy Uso with the victory over the Miz. There's Drew McIntyre again backstage with Lewis Capaldi. Drew's on his way out. Jackie Redmond. Asking for thoughts on the victory and what happened tonight. So he doesn't care about other people's business. No one screws over McIntyre. He wins. Defeats Randy Orton. Not even showing. Doesn't have the balls to show up. Uh-oh, there's Damian Priest. Oh. Opened the door. Damian Priest showed up. He was waiting for him in the car park. Bounced his head off the BMW car. Oh, just put some poor guy through a table. I think he was meant to go into the door, wasn't he? What are they planning here? They're standing on the car. They got something. Uh-oh. Not South of Heaven. Oh, my word. South of Heaven chokeslam through the windshield of the car. Oof. That was a nasty, nasty landing. Says, rest in peace, jackass. Timu Undertaker. So he's got glass in his eye. Oof. Windshield just exploded. That was one hell of an attack by Damian Priest, wasn't it? And you get Jamie Noble coming up. We need a medic. We need a medic. Oh, there's CM Punk. Copying Vince McMahon's hairstyle, apparently. He likes what he sees of CM Punk through the windshield of Drew McIntyre through the windshield of the car. Coming up next, it is the contract signing for WrestleMania 41. Was that meant to be CM Punk's? Is that CM Punk's render in W2K25? I don't know about that. Cody Rhodes and John Cena. London. Face-to-face final stop of the European tour. I'll be live for it. I'll be live. We'll have a post show as well. Plenty to discuss. I mean, again, that is like the WrestleMania season, is the John Cena heel turn, really, at the moment, isn't it? That's all that it is. How many likes do we currently? We're at 105 likes, 5 away from 110. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe too, as we're at now 19,660. Look at that. As we're getting closer and closer to 20K. Maybe we'll have 20K by WrestleMania. Would be a bit tough. I mean, WrestleMania is what they say earlier on, 22 days away, 3 weeks. That might be a bit tight, you know. That might be a little bit tight. I'm not sure, but you never know. Anything's possible. As we'll be back from commercial, and then we'll have. To be honest, though, I mean, if the contract signing is coming up next, right? There's still 35 minutes left of this show. This like closing segment, by the way, it's gonna go a while. Like it's gonna go a while. Entrance that says to me, yeah, entrances alone, maybe 5 to 10 minutes. Entrances alone, you know, entrances alone will be 5-10 minutes. They're gonna drag out this thing, because actually that was quite surprising about last Friday's show, wasn't it? Is that there wasn't maybe that's why I was a bit disappointed in their segment last week, because no one really did promos, did they? Like, Roman Reigns came out with the longest entrance and didn't really say all that much. Rollins came out and just sort of was like, "Oh, you stopped me from beating Punk and getting him out of the WWE." And then Punk came out and only said like, "Oh, Paul Heyman served me the tribal chief on a silver platter," and then they got in the brawl. There wasn't really a lot that was like said. Maybe that there wasn't much that needed to be said. I don't know, but it was a bit. So hopefully, maybe this week we'll get a bit more. We'll get a bit more promo time, perhaps. Maybe we will. I'll be back in 15 seconds from commercial. You know that I thought was interesting? I saw Solo Sikoa on the screen there for a second. That they had Solo Sikoa come back, attack Cody Rhodes, and just nothing happened after that. As far as I can recall. Did it? Rahul says maybe the favor. Yeah, maybe the favor will be about the main event in WrestleMania, I think. As we're seeing a WWE shop advert. Signs of the night. Well, and also this is the other part of it. We've still got a lot of time left, so they'll fill out time with this sign of the night. Bianca's biggest fan. I use my wedding fund to see Roman Reigns. Good grief. Raw on Monday. Same city, same location, the O2. It's going to be an interesting one then, because that's the end of the European tour. Final few weeks before WrestleMania, we'll be back to US time. We'll probably have a couple of watch-alongs. We won't do them all, because I'll just be exhausted. Especially, for instance, like... It depends how, like, United view times as well, Manchester United stuff. Speaking of which as well, you can get the United View merchandise hoodies. The links on the United View YouTube page. That was so funny with the kid. The kid saying, "I love you," and then Cena just saying toxic relationship. That was hilarious. Not John Cena on Velocity. What a show. But he was selfish. You were disrespected. Ridwan says, "Did you find the Man United WWE belt?" Yeah, I can't find it too. No, I you know what? I looked earlier because I saw at the WWE O2 shop in London, the Man United belt was there, and I thought, all right, does that mean that it's out then? I can find it online. I can't find it anywhere online. I can't find it on any of the shop websites, which is so annoying. I mean, I'm still on the fence about whether I get. I mean, it's 500 quid or something. I'm like, ugh. But again, I kind of feel like I have to. You know what I mean? I kind of feel like I have to. He'll win the championship and retire with it. The last real champion. I still say sort of the different Hino or the different looking at, I think it's going to become after he wins the WWE Championship. He's made a mess of it. I tell you what, WrestleMania 41 closing with John Cena breaking the record, holding up the championship and flipping off the fans is just going to be something else. It is going to be something else. He threw the microphone away. And he did the classic Cena. You know what scene when he's going to have the physicality start going. You know, it's serious with the John Cena. Blow it on the hands. That's when you know. That's when you know it's going to get real. Yeah, heel Cena. It's good shit. Main event, WrestleMania. Cody Rhodes defending the undisputed WWE Championship against John Cena. King Indy says, could the United ones be sold out? No, because they would still have them on there and just say sold out. There isn't a product page for it. I can't find one anywhere. As WrestleMania, sponsored by Snickers and WWE 2K25. It's not the biggest Snickers fan, though, must be said. I said I don't like Snickers. There's Nick Aldis, the SmackDown general manager. Contract signing is up. Additional security are there to sign the contract for a triple threat match. The biggest triple threat match in the history of WrestleMania. Debatable. There was a triple threat match that main evented WrestleMania, or a couple of triple threat matches that main evented WrestleMania. One of them we can't talk about. Here comes the OTC. One's in the chat. New theme isn't as good as the old one. As the crowd have the ones in the air. Paul Heyman back in a suit. Sometimes he's been wearing T-shirts, hasn't he? Look at the pyro. The OTC. Flanked by security. People and the ones in the chat. As we've gone to commercial. I told you we're gonna get commercial, we're gonna get entrances. It's gonna take some time. That's what they'll do. Yeah. 25 minutes left of SmackDown. They'll stretch that out. Just keep stretching that out. That's what they'll do. Every single one. That's like Jamie says in the chat there. Every entrance take about 10 minutes. It'll be classic WWE. The actual segment will maybe last like 10 minutes. The entrances will be 15. Something like that. Crowd in London love the OTC, though. How could you not? There he is. OTC. course, as always, flanked by his wise man, Paulie. Doing this. WWE Hall of Famer Paul Heyman, inducted last year, of course. Roman Reigns, I mean, in deep meditation, looking at the steel steps. SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis, of course, in the ring. Jamie says, 2 minutes of speaking, 5-minute brawl to end the show. Yeah, something like that, yeah. Heyman, of course, doing the smart thing, making sure that the shirt doesn't come up, doing the fat man trick. You have to be always very careful. Jason says, I think Paul might screw Roman at WrestleMania. If he did, I would prefer it to be for Punk, not Rollins. I just don't see anything in a Paul Heyman Seth Rollins partnership. That's to me is it just doing a swerve for the sake of doing a swerve. If it was, Heyman turning on Reigns for Punk, then I would get that. I'd be go, okay, cool, because I like the Heyman Punk partnership. And you could do Punk versus Reigns or what have you. But then that would imply that maybe like Punk's a heel, and I think you need to keep Punk as a babyface because you need to do Punk versus Cena at some point this year, and Cena's a heel. So maybe Reigns turns on Heyman, something like that. Reigns turns on Heyman, and then Heyman and Punk are both baby faces. Something like that, perhaps. But I just have no interest in seeing Rollins and Heyman as a pairing. That to me makes 0 sense. But the tribal chief is inside the squared circle. Crowd chant for the OTC. Okay, Haven gives her the microphone. Crowd chanting for Roman Reigns. Okay, Haven gives her the microphone. He's like, oh. They're doing the same chant as they did for Cody Rhodes. And he's going to do the London, England, acknowledge me thing. Is he going to ask for some acknowledgement? I think he might. Crowd continues to chant for the OTC. And obviously he's got to sit at the head of the table, of course. That's what he is. I told you this is what this segment will be. Like Roman's come out and maybe said like a sentence, and it's taken 10 minutes, 15 minutes. That's what this whole segment will be. Crowd singing to their tribal chief. He says it's beautiful. And they're still singing. Paul Heyman's now singing. Paul Heyman's singing. And 2. Two is to sign the contract. Roman Reigns puts pen to paper. But here comes Seth Rollins. The former World Heavyweight Champion. Which means also as well, we're going to have a long Seth Rollins thing where he comes out and the crowd sings this song for a bit again. of not much happening. I mean, the best thing in this segment so far is Paul Heyman singing the song to Roman Reigns. What I do like is that you got that every time Rollins comes out, his song, or his Titantron rather, is linked to whatever color he's wearing in his outfit, which is pretty good. Rollins about to sit down and sign the contract himself. It's not very not an outrageous suit, is it? Rollins wanted to hear Paul Heyman sing. Look at Heyman's face. I thought we're gonna get Rollins singing, aren't we? I don't think Paul's gonna sing the song this time. Rollins is asking Reigns why he's in such a hurry to leave. Talks about landing on the roof in a helicopter. Put the Undertaker through a table. They injured him. They got heat for it. That was the 6-man tag, wasn't it? It was Undertaker, Kane, and Daniel Bryan versus The Shield. They put Undertaker through a table, and then they got some backstage heat. That's why they lost on a random episode of SmackDown. Listen to the crowd. He says they accomplished their mission. Crowd chant for CM Punk. Roman Reigns says, we died a long time ago. Our mission. It's only been Reigns. He says, you've been here, but I did all the work. He said he made it better than the place better than they found it. You. Keeps him in that mindset. That's why he's got to screw him. Yeah, it's a bit of a pause. He let the biggest snake CM Punk into the garden. He could have cut his head off at War Games, but he shook his hand. Clean up Reigns' mess again. Seth Rollins puts his name on the contract. Here comes CM Punk. Paul Heyman gets to his feet. Suddenly his demeanor changes a little bit, doesn't it? He's got security behind him. Look at Seth Rollins' face. His face certainly is a picture, isn't it? Roman Reigns looks furious. And CM Punk just looking at Paul Heyman, and Paul Heyman is getting stared at by Roman Reigns. There's subplots going on there, isn't there? Definitely subplots. Rollins and Reigns sitting in the ring. CM Punk on the top turnbuckle. One of his favorite places to stand, of course. Shout out Roddy Piper. Chew bubblegum and sign a contract. And he's all out of bubblegum. Punk's he's reading the contract. What's he reading? Page 4, clause 5, he says. Crowd chanting for Roman Reigns again. He's going to ask for the favor, something to be added in. He says, I know what you're looking for. It's in there. It's in there. You're closing the show at WrestleMania. There you go, confirmed. You get to leave your dream of all dream. Mania, main eventer. Well, there you go. That's the announcement, isn't it? Confirmed. Seth Rollins says he doesn't deserve it. So, I mean, CM Punk's crying. Crowd are chanting, you deserve it to CM Punk. Rollins isn't happy. Not at all. Crowd chants for Punk once again. He says thank you for them chanting his name. Are we going off the air? What the hell? Well, are we going off the air? What the hell's going on? They just like put the thing up. They put the thing up, said the show is ending, and now it's not. That was a bit premature, unless there's something planned. Thank you, as tribal chief. Hold of the Ulafala, head of the table. The big dog. He's thanking him. You'll see him in the main event of WrestleMania. At Rollins' face. Signs the contract. And crowd chants, you deserve it. But that's not the favor that he's owed. Oh, what is the favor? Well, there you go. That is a bit of a cliffhanger, isn't it? So CM Punk main eventing WrestleMania, but that is not the favor. So the question is, what is the favor? What is the favor that CM Punk still has from Paul Heyman. Is the favor going to be to turn on Paul Heyman? Is that what's going to be? Well, I suppose we did get some answers, and it's built. I guess it is kind of maybe ish building to something. But that is the show. The show goes off the air in a very strange fashion where they showed the credits and all that kind of stuff. And then that still carried on for a little while, which was a bit confusing as to, just what is actually going on with a lot of it. But that is another episode of SmackDown, this time from London, England. A reminder, guys, I'm going to be live in a few seconds for a post show here on the channel. You'll be redirected and all that fun stuff, so you don't have to go anywhere. Give me about 5 minutes. I'll get everything set up, and I'll be speaking with you on the post show very soon. I'm out of it. I appreciate everyone that's joined. Click the like button, subscribe on the way out, and I'll speak to you again soon. Peace.